30 days to go. 30 days from today, I'll be installed as AVMA President. So I was walking along the Cape Fear River this morning, and I found myself thinking about where was I at a year ago. A year ago, I was a candidate. I was excited, I was optimistic, and yes, I was quite a bit nervous too. Didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I knew what mattered to me: veterinary technicians, technology, veterinarians, and helping every member of the veterinary team contribute at their highest possible level. I cared deeply about volunteer leadership and helping people find pathways into organized veterinary medicine. But there were also some things I didn't know. One of the things I've learned this far is that AVMA is much more accessible than many people realize. So before I started serving as a volunteer, the AVMA felt to me the way I think it does to many members, as an organization, as a board, as a headquarter building, a collection of committees that make policy. And what I've learned is that AVMA is really people. People answering those emails and calls, people volunteering their time, people trying to solve some of the problems, and people who care deeply about this profession and want to help. The closer I've gotten in my leadership roles, the more I've realized how this opportunity exists to engage with members and contribute into the future of this profession. There were also a couple of things that weren't exactly on the bingo card. So, one example of that is New World screwworm. That's become such a recurring topic, and I think it might be a theme throughout my presidential year. That's one of the lessons leadership teaches you pretty quickly. You can plan, you can prepare, and then reality shows up with its own agenda. So, one of the biggest surprises has been learning how connected this profession really is. Everywhere I've traveled, I discovered I was usually only 1 or 2 degrees of separation from someone I already knew. Maybe a former classmate, maybe one of my technician colleagues, perhaps a mentor or a mentee I had had, maybe a student, maybe a mutual friend or colleague. Veterinary medicine can feel kind of huge sometimes, but the more I've traveled, the more I realized how remarkably connected of a community we are. What surprised me even more was how quickly seemingly strangers started feeling like friends. Whether I was visiting a state VMA or VMS, speaking with students, walking into a clinic, attending a conference, I almost always felt like I was welcomed as an old friend. People shared their stories, their challenges, their ideas, their hopes for this profession. And somewhere along the way, I found some pretty cool coffee shops too. More than once, the conversation taught me just as much as the meeting itself did. Another lesson came from the campaign leading to election last summer. Okay, I'll admit it. It was hard to not compare myself to the colleague I was running alongside. She's an incredible leader and a genuinely wonderful human being. And there were lots of times where you were asked or you got spent asking to reflect on what she brought to the table versus what I brought to the table as the potential president. And what I've come to appreciate is having such a thoughtful and capable colleague alongside me in this journey made me better. It challenged me to think more deeply, to reflect more thoughtfully, and ultimately, I think, become a stronger potential candidate and a stronger potential president. I leaned in on what made me uniquely me. One thing I'm really proud of is that I still feel like me. There have been countless moments this year when someone approached me and said, "Oh, you're the AVMA." Now, I appreciate the sentiment, but I usually respond with something like, "Hi, I'm Jen. I'm a volunteer part of the AVMA, and this could be you too." One of the things I hope people take away from this journey is that organized veterinary medicine isn't reserved for a select few. The people serving today started exactly where everyone else starts, with an interest in helping, a willingness to raise their hand, a desire to contribute. This year wasn't just about veterinary leadership, and nor will this next year be. I completed for myself an 8-month personal development coaching program, and interestingly, it was not even at all about vet med. It challenged me, and those people challenged me to think differently about communication, leadership, personal growth. And honestly, for me, one of the biggest takeaways is that something we always talked about this year, and that is it's really important to stay curious longer than you're certain. Relief medicine has also taught me a very unique perspective this year. I've had the opportunity to work alongside different teams in different practices, serving different communities. Every clinic is different, but the themes are often the same. People trying to do really good work, people caring for patients, people supporting one another. And the more places I've visited, the more convinced I've become that veterinary medicine works best when every member of the team is empowered to contribute fully. Veterinarians, technicians, assistants, client service reps, practice manager. This profession is strongest when everyone has the opportunity to work at the top of their training and their abilities. Now, I originally started this 111 days of vet med because I wanted to help people see the profession through my lens. What I didn't expect was how much it would change some of my own perspectives. I thought I was documenting the journey, and in many ways, the journey was teaching me. When I started this 111 days, I chose 111 for a reason. AVMA currently has just over 111,000 members. And while I know I couldn't possibly tell 111,000 stories, I hoped I could share a small glimpse of the profession through my own. The airports, the clinics, the conference halls, the waiting rooms, the random coffee shops, the today's office moments, and not because my experience is everyone's experience, but because veterinary medicine is made up of thousands of individual stories, and this was one way I could share a few of them. So that's really what 111 Days of Vet Med has been about. Not creating a highlight reel, not a campaign, just opening a window into what veterinary medicine and what AVMA really looks like. As I look ahead to this next year, I'm so excited about these continuing conversations. I'm excited about listening. I'm excited about meeting members where they're at, and I'm excited to help people see themselves in organized medicine. Not because everyone needs to serve in the same way, but because perspectives make us stronger. I'm excited about highlighting our veterinary technicians, students, assistants, veterinarians, and so many volunteers. And most of all, I'm excited to continue to share this journey through my own lens. 30 days from now, I'll take on a new title. But when I look back this year, the title isn't what stands out. What stands out are the people, the conversations, the clinics, the random inside jokes, the airports, the students, the technicians, the volunteers, and the colleagues who've welcomed me into their communities and trusted me with their stories. Those experiences will come with me into this next chapter, and they will help shape the kind of president I hope to be. I also want to thank everyone who's followed along on this 111 Days of Vet Med. Whether you've read a post, commented on a few, shared your own experience, or simply checked it out from time to time, your support has meant more than you probably realize. This journey has been richer because it's been shared, and so thank you for coming along. 30 days.